So when you chose to create this opera with these elements, the video, the electronics, the soprano, and the percussion, how did you come to that combination? And how does the process evolve from that?
The percussion is really an extension of the voice. So everything the voice does is done in the percussion. It might be manipulated in a way that is, I don't know, sort of like a satellite around the planet. But it's held in place because of the voice. The video element is a way for us to illuminate what is going on in the head and the thoughts of the sister as she's just recounting things that are almost banal but incredibly meaningful. And we all know what that is, that experience when there's somebody very close to you that's ill and there's not really much you can do for them other than to be there for them. It's a quiet piece. It's a very spacious, it's the most spacious and quiet thing I think I've ever done.
And in the process, can you tell us a little bit more about the electronics?
Oh, the electronics, you did ask about those. I asked Nikki to do a bunch of recordings. So everything is basically, a lot of the electronics are just samples and then manipulations of those samples. Nikki is singing with herself in these really weird, they're very, I think they're sort of lovely, close harmonies. Almost, they're almost a little bit like, not barbershop, but a little bit like shape note singing, like Sacred Harp, which is a musical tradition I'm really fond of. And they had this also medieval quality, sort of wandering chant quality. Lost chant is more like it. There are some other sounds. There are sounds of the percussion that have been sampled and manipulated. So none of the sounds with the exception of the very end of the opera, there are birds. Yeah, but for the most part, there's just sound. The live performers are the recorded sounds. It's through some type of, I'm imagining it as some type of late night haze.
And interestingly, I think that the electronics actually gives that sense of space, right? Both temporal space, a sense of temporal space and actual dimensional space.
Yeah.
For the audience.
Yeah.
So it's a very different experience for the audience as an opera goer than if it was just the musicians in the pit and then the singers on the stage. Everything's more connected.
Yeah, and that's interesting because I think that the electronics are a strange type of medium. It's like you've got the singer and the percussionist is sort of this, sonic specter of the singer. And then the electronics are the things that are sort of resonating off of them. So the singer is telling the story, and she's only telling it to herself. There's nobody else there. It's late at night, she's gotten up, she just can't go to sleep. And it's just sort of, I just imagine it's sort of ringing out of her.